Good morning. It's 4:57 now on WHO Radio. Van and Connie in the morning, preparing for the program coming up after the 5 o'clock news. And Van is on vacation this week, as you may or may not have heard on Friday, and he's going to be gone for a week and a day. But we've got a number of people coming in to fill in for him. We've got designated vans all this week, and I think you're going to enjoy them. I know I'm really looking forward to the whole week. Today we have Steve Winzenburg coming, so we've got a full week planned. And Steve Winzenburg, if you're not familiar with Steve, he's filled in for Jan Michelson before on his program, and he has hosted the show and talked to a number of interesting people. He is a instructor at Grandview College, and he has been there since '89. He teaches radio and television news courses. He also supervises the radio station that the students run on campus. He is known as a PTL expert. He's co-authored a book on Jim and Tammy Faye Baker, and we're going to talk to him a little bit about that. He's originally from Minnesota. We'll talk to him a little bit about that. He's worked for 13 years in the broadcast industry. He's held a number of different radio positions. We'll talk to him about that. Plus, the guy is an expert on older television shows, and we're going to talk to him about that. Maybe have him ask a few questions. Maybe I'll find something we can give away if you know the answer to. So it's really going to be a fun 4 hours. So we hope you stick around for the whole morning on 1040 WHO.
Traffic, 2200 block of University. We have a rescue unit in that area. 7th Street, earlier we had an accident in the downtown area. That's been taken care of. It's kind of calm out here, so not too many things going on. You are going to have some of those trivia questions, right?
Yes, we're going to get to that right now, in fact.
Okay, I'm Captain Jack.
Thanks, Captain. So we're with Steve Winzenburg. I should mention that in case you're just tuning in. And Steve is filling in today for Van. He's our designated Van, and he teaches at Grandview College, has a lot of different interests. He's known as the PTL expert. And what did you, I don't know, what surprised you the most in your research about this church, or what you've seen in the last decade? What has happened to them?
Yeah, two things. First of all, most TV preachers are very reputable. Mm-hmm. And the problem is you've got 4 or 5 bad guys who give everybody a bad reputation. Mm-hmm. There are 66 syndicated TV preachers.
66?
Yes. Mm-hmm. And a lot of them are good. Mm-hmm. Billy Graham is very good. Bob Schuller.
You see him a lot. He buys a lot of prime time, and does different things. Mm-hmm.
Robert Schuller is pretty good. He's an Iowa boy. Mm-hmm. Some of them are just no good. Mm-hmm. Jimmy Swaggart, Oral Roberts, I wouldn't send them a penny.
Is that right?
So it surprised me.
And they're the ones that have been in the news.
What surprised me is most people just lump them all into one category, like they're all crooks. Mm-hmm. They're not all crooks. Some of them are very sincere, faith-filled people who are trying to do some good in the world. The problem is you got some turkeys in there, too. Mm-hmm. The other thing that surprised me about it is that the ones who are crooks don't seem to notice that they're doing anything wrong.
Really?
Jim Baker still claims he's totally innocent, even though he took hundreds of millions of dollars and misused the funds. Mm-hmm. Jim and Tammy still claim in their monthly mailings that they're totally innocent. Swaggart's the same way. Mm-hmm. Oral Roberts the same way. They don't understand what they're doing wrong.
Yeah, and Oral is the one with his son also in the ministry, right? And they're the ones that claimed that he would die or something like that if they didn't have enough money sent to them. What was that?
If he didn't get $8 million by May of 1987, God was going to call him home. Mm-hmm. And, of course, at the exact same time this was happening, Jim Baker got caught. And it was just a big mess because it just all blew out of proportion because everybody was having trouble at the same time. Oral Roberts had to shut down his hospital in Tulsa. You know, he built that great big hospital. Mm-hmm. Had to shut that down. He's $25 million in debt. And yet the amazing thing is Oral Roberts' ratings have gone back up in the past year.
Wow. That is fascinating.
He's the 3rd highest rated TV preacher now.
3rd highest?
Yes.
Who's top? Billy Graham?
No, Robert Schuller.
Okay.
Billy Graham doesn't get rated because he's not on every week.
I see.
Robert Schuller is a top-rated TV preacher. Jimmy Swaggart is still one of the top 10.
Yeah, now what's he doing?
He's still on the air every Sunday.
Wow.
Last year he took in $70 million.
$70 million. Now what's his ministry called?
Well, his church is called the Family Worship Center down in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. And after he got caught, he did the smart thing. He just shut up. He told everybody he was wrong. He cried his tears. You remember those tears?
Sure.
And then he shut up and went back on just preaching every Sunday, you know. Whereas Jim Baker did the dumb thing. He went and hid for 3 months. And then he got thrown in jail. Jimmy Swaggart had learned from Jim Baker.
Well, and Jim I don't know. He seems to be a little more unique, too, simply because of his family. And Tammy is such a personality, I guess you'd say.
Well, and it's close to home for us because we're from Minnesota, and Jim and Tammy met in Minneapolis. They went to an Assemblies of God Bible school in Minneapolis. Tammy's from International Falls. She grew up without any indoor plumbing and was, one of many kids. And she likes to talk about that and how now the reason why she has gold-plated bathroom fixtures is because she had no bathroom when she was growing up. She deserves it now.
That's right. Never mind that there are people who still don't have bathrooms and could have used that money. But yes, all right. Well, we're here with Steve Winzenburg today, and we've had some interesting discussions. He'll be with us until 9 o'clock. Thanks a lot for filling in for Van today.
Thanks for asking me.
6:53 now on WHO Radio. Van and Connie in the morning, and we're chatting with Steve Winzenburg today. Now, we were just talking about how we're both from Minnesota.
Yeah, I miss Minnesota a lot. I grew up in Fairmont, Minnesota, down in the southern part of the state.
I don't even know if I know where that is.
Well, it's near Esterville, Iowa.
Oh, okay.
Fairmont's only miles north of the Iowa border. So when I grew up, the Iowa jokes were just thick.
Rampant. I know.
Thick like mosquitoes, right? And it's very difficult to be here today because people here make Minnesota jokes. And I love Minnesota. I still think it's probably the best place I've ever been. And I've collected quotes over the years from different people, like Willard Scott from the Today Show. He said that if he had to pick one place to stay permanently, he would pick Minnesota. He thought it was the best place that he's ever been.
That's interesting.
And there are other people who've said the same thing, too. They just like the people there. They like the feel of the place, its freshness. It's a little yuppie-oriented.
Yeah, it is.
Minneapolis is really yuppie, And
that's
changed. Of course, we're not yuppie-ish at all. So
no, not at all.
We'd feel out of place there, but I miss it. I enjoy it here, but I miss it.
Now, you've lived in a number of different states just through your broadcasting career.
The longest I lived anywhere was in Florida for 7 years, and people still think I'm crazy for moving back up here from Florida.
Well, I think if you grow up with winters, though, you have a tendency more to appreciate them and like them than if it would have been the other way around.
And think about it. When you're down in Florida during the summer months, you literally don't go outside. You run between your house and the car, but, in between the air conditioning. That's it.
Yeah.
Because for the 3 months during the summer, it's so humid down there. People complain about humidity here. I laugh.
Yeah.
Down there, it's 90% humidity and 97 degrees every day for 3 or 4 months. And the weather this weekend has just been gorgeous compared to down there. Now, it's a little overcast, and maybe people don't like all the rain.
Yeah.
But at least you're getting a change in weather. Down there, it doesn't change.
I remember I covered the hay lift a few years ago that they had during the drought, and when President Reagan was speaking in South Carolina. And I'll never forget coming off that flight, and it was in summer, but I remember coming off that airplane, and I felt like I had walked into a wall of humidity, and I thought, man, the Midwest doesn't even come close to humid the way it is down in the South.
So in the middle of winter, when you're complaining here and thinking about moving to Florida, realize people down there are the exact same way in the summer. They're complaining. They can't wait to get up here.
Well, there's something about weather that just makes people, I don't know what it is.
Is there a perfect place for weather? I was trying to figure that out. Maybe San Diego?
Maybe parts of California.
Somewhere where there's a beach where the breeze comes in off the ocean, maybe.
We were in California for the Rose Bowl. Van and I, we did our show and everything. We stayed in Newport Beach, which is south of Long Beach and, along the coast. And I thought that was pretty nice in January to be able to walk out. It was about 55 degrees in the morning. You could go out for a walk. It was bright sunshine. I thought, I could get used to this. 6:56 now on WHO. Not too bad of a day out there, but not a great day for flying. Captain Jack on the ground this morning with a traffic update for us. His report is brought to you by your Pella Window Store. Bring your home to Pella. Iowa quality, Iowa products, Iowa people. That's your Pella Window Store. Good morning, Captain.
Good morning, everyone. Hazy is the big story. You really can't see anything up there, so it's easier to see it down here today. Now, that doesn't happen very often. Traffic is moving along fairly well. One accident, though. 7th Street, just south of Grand. We have an accident there to be watched out for. Of course, we have lots of construction in the Des Moines area. And I remember you shivering up there in California. Rose Bowl, remember?
Yes, you were out there. You were on vacation with your wife, weren't you?
Yes, and I remember there were 2 people that had to rush down to the car to get heated.
Well, that was Pasadena at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, I don't think that counts.
Oh, hey, I'm Captain Jack.
Thanks, Captain.
Des Moines News Station, 1040 WHO Radio. The O'Callahan's appliance of the hour this hour is a clothes washer.
It's 7:11 now on WHO Radio with Van and Connie in the morning. If you're just waking up or just tuning in, Van's on vacation this week, and we've got a number of designated Vans filling in this week. So this is television. We're with Steve Winzenburg, I should mention that. Steve is filling in today for Van. He's our designated Van, and television's kind of your hobby, or older television.
Well, just TV shows. I collect TV books. I collect books. I've got about 200-300 of these books. I was going to show you some of these.
200 or 300? Yeah. Oh, my gosh.
For instance, here's a Gomer Pyle book.
Oh, look at that.
Actual paperback.
That looks really old.
Then you told me what shows you like, so I brought a couple of these. Here's the Brady Bunch.
Oh,
you said you used to watch that.
Always a favorite. What is this? Let's see. The Brady Bunch, An Adventure on the High Seas.
Right. And the Partridge Family.
Oh, another big-time favorite. And, you know, that's the one that I have not seen in reruns.
They had it on last summer on the USA Network and cable, and it just ran for the summer. And other than that, it hasn't been on since then.
That and Here Come the Brides.
Yeah.
Haven't seen much of that.
You know, you mentioned your favorite show is Father Knows Best, and I really don't have a book. What I did is I went back to a book we have at the Grandview College Library, a wonderful place if you want to go there.
I guess.
How much will that plug cost me? It's called.
Well, it'll keep you working.
It's called Television Comedy Series, and it lists all the episodes of all the sitcoms ever on television.
Oh my gosh!
And here's an episode-by-episode synopsis of Father Knows Best, just for you.
Really? Thank you. Oh, I'm sure I'll know all of them. Isn't that
I know
terrible?
you watch it. You just told me you just watched it on Friday.
I did, yeah. Oh, and it was a great one. And
I've got a ton of stuff from Grandview to give away, too, so we've got to get to it.
I know. We got to get going. All right.
Bob's waiting in line here.
Yes, he is.
Could I see one of those books, Connie? I want to see that bottom book there. The one that's,
you want to see the Brady Bunch?
Yeah, it's stamped property of the Sarasota Library.
It is not. Give me that back.
Maybe Bob wants to check it out for the week.
Make fun of these weather guys, will you?
He didn't make fun of you.
On the lam running from a librarian in Sarasota.
Van and I make fun of you. He didn't make fun of you.
Of course you do.
Well, what do you have? Do you have anything interesting, Bob, to talk about?
Of course I have something interesting.
All right, Bob
Talking about the grain trade right now. Rain makes grain.
It's the time to bring in your present car for the very best trade-in allowance. They need good used trade-ins, so they're offering top dollar on your car. Drive down to Stu Hansen Dodge and join the fun at the 3rd Annual Block Party. Going on now at Stu Hansen Dodge at the corner of Ingersoll and Harding Road, Des Moines.
7:45 now on WHO Radio. Van and Connie in the morning. Do you have a...
I didn't know Bob would get this excited about these old TV books.
Well, he's in love with Marcia Brady.
Well, yeah, you know, there was a... That's okay. That's okay. I used to watch that program for...
She had the California look, the long blonde hair, and you always really wanted to look like Marcia Brady
too. What a deep script she used to have.
Meryl Streep, look out, baby! Marcia's back.
Yeah,
I forget what her real name is.
Maureen McCormick.
Maureen McCormick. That's right.
A name synonymous with the big screen right now. I think she pushes lights around in Hollywood.
Well, she's a janitor at several theaters now in Hollywood.
She's been seen hanging lights on the set of the Letterman show. Made it big in television.
Well, we're going to get to some trivia questions. We definitely will.
One of the interesting things about Father Knows Best is that Father Knows Best is one of the few TV shows that ever was on all 3 networks.
Really?
Father Knows Best ran from 54 to 60. On both CBS and NBC.
Okay.
And when Father Knows Best went off the air, it was the 6th highest rated show in America. It went off when it was a hit.
Why did it go off?
Did
they ever say?
Yeah, because Robert Anderson didn't want to
do it.
Robert Young, Robert Anderson. Anderson was the guy's name, right?
Yes.
Robert Young didn't want to do the show anymore, so it went off the air. It was 6th highest rated. And then ABC bought the series, and it ran it for 2 or 3 more years after it went off the air in reruns in prime time.
Wow.
So it appeared on all 3 networks, and 2 or 3 of those years was in reruns.
Boy.
Today, I can't imagine doing it, except that they're doing that with All in the Family now.
Yeah.
All in the Family's back on Sunday night.
Unbelievable. Longevity, that's a great, it's a great reflection on the writers, obviously. Yeah. It looks like there's like 1 or 2 writers, and that's about it for this show. 7:47 now on WHO. We better get to sports, and Mike Newell is here. Good morning, Mike.
Good morning, Connie. The first day of play at Wimbledon. It's
7:23 now on WHO Radio, and it's time to get a look at our top WHO news stories of the morning. Here's Jess Peterson.
WHO Radio News brought to you by Holmes Murphy and Associates in Des Moines. An air show in Davenport ended on a tragic note. A racing plane crashed just as many spectators.
And today we have Steve Winzenburg from Grandview College Tomorrow, Ed Wilson will be here from TV 13. On Wednesday, we've got Miriam Dunlap coming in, and on Friday, Bob Yap, the house doctor, is going to be here. So
You were just at Living History Farm Saturday, right?
Yes,
How'd that go?
and thanks for mentioning that. It went great. Thanks to everybody who came out and enjoyed the family picnic with us. We had a lot of fun, and Van and I were featured on the poster this year that commemorates the art exhibit that was going on of Betty Gates and Hal Sutherland, the artist. And that was a lot of fun. And it was interesting on Saturday because we had our families out there, and a lot of people brought their families out, and they had the Onion Creek Cloggers performing.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a fun group to watch. And to me, it's a lot like square dancing, watching what they do. And they had us come up toward the end of the lunchtime and do a little dancing. So Van brought his daughter Paige and danced with Paige. And I went up there and had fun. And Wesley Retirement Services, of course, a big sponsor of this. And the president, Dennis Akery, was up there. And Dennis is a super nice guy and has a lovely family. So we're up there dancing, and we each have our different partners. I just happen to be next to Dennis and his partner. Well, so we're doing this little dance. And keep in mind that we're learning this, and I'm no expert at it. And we're doing our do-si-do. And I didn't realize that you're supposed to turn around as you go backwards. I just started to go backwards. And I'm dancing and, flailing my arms and everything, getting into it. And Dennis was right next to me. And basically what happened was Dennis tripped over my foot. And this guy, it wasn't just a little oops. It was boom, right where it hurts, like an ice skating fall. And, I felt so awful. And somebody, I think it was Hal Sutherland, said to me, you had to trip the president of the company. It couldn't just be someone who worked there. No, Connie, you had to trip the president up. So I must apologize to Dennis formally this morning on the air, because everywhere he went, that's what he was telling people. I mean, I came up upon him in conversation, and he was right in the middle of telling them how I tripped him. And I felt
It's probably his highlight of the day, right?
I felt so bad. So sorry about that, Dennis. Anyway, thanks to everybody that came out. We had a great time at Living History Farms, and hope to do it again next year. We've got cloudy skies in Des Moines, 67 degrees. We're going to talk about some
TV trivia.
TV trivia coming up, right?
Right.
Okay, good.
Now, you have some birthdays and anniversaries, right?
Yeah.
My parents' birthday was on Saturday.
Their birthday or anniversary?
Their birthday. They were born on the same day in the same year. Isn't that something?
In the same year?
Same year, same day.
Well, you want to say
They
happy...
were born 400 miles apart.
Oh, is that weird?
Love brought them together, I guess, right? They're up in Minneapolis. So.
What are their names?
Kate and Frank Winzenburg.
Oh, my gosh. That is amazing. Well, happy belated birthday. Happy birthday today to Sherry Bergstrom. She works at Heartland Productions in Johnston, getting ready for work. So, Sherry, you have a great day. Happy 55th wedding anniversary wishes going to Leroy and Ruth Erickson and John and Millie Miller, celebrating 40 years together. Now, what did you give me
I
here?
brought a special anniversary song. I don't think you've heard this before. When I worked in radio in the late 1970s, we found this little song on some obscure record, and every time somebody called in with an anniversary, we'd play it, and I think it's really cute, and so happy anniversary to these people.
This is called the
Cornbread Anniversary.
All right.
Happy Cornbread Anniversary, Happy Cornbread Anniversary, Happy Cornbread Anniversary. Here's to you and yours. Well, oh, Homer and Irene, you've been hitched for 30 years, so you're entitled to a round of 30 cornbread cheers. Corn. Happy Cornbread Anniversary, Happy Cornbread Anniversary, Happy Cornbread Anniversary. Here's to you and yours.
Oh, isn't that cute?
But you can see why people would like that in Florida, because, in the South, cornbread's really big.
Is
but
it?
Here, this is kind of corn country, too, so
Sure.
I thought you guys would enjoy that.
That is really cute. Thanks, Steve.